themselves to like more depth of gameplay.
True. I also got the opportunity to cast a little bit of Nard at Plat Fight.
Oh,
and
cool.
Nard showed up at Plat. I think I want to say like just at a top 8, so probably a 9th place finish, and got the upsets on like a couple players like Cheesy Potato, which was just an absolutely insane match. And then also had a nail biter against Locust. Locust came out and just like, hey, I'm just learning Rivals 2, and then just showed up.
Well, it's
Don't
Locust.
forget that, like, Locust absolutely.
It's like, oh yeah,
the players out
what an
there.
insane player. It's like, of course, yeah. I don't know. Sure, whatever, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna be so easy for me. Oh yeah, right, bro. Whatever you say. All right, so let's see. What is the game plan here? What are we banning?
Hodojo, yeah, I can definitely see that being a bit of an issue here.
Which is crazy though, because I feel like Hodojo is really good for Ranno.
True, but the problem really is that like if you get trapped on one of those platforms, then Clairen can do so much there. Like you can really cover the entire spot. I feel it's like Barking Frog might want to play this like less hot and cold. Get a stage that's a little bit more neutral to start it off, and Jules Vale appears to have been the pick of the evening.
I mean, yeah, I definitely think Jules Vale is a good neutral. I mean, it feels kind of. It doesn't really look neutral, but I guess it feels more neutral than it looks.
Yeah, it's in practicality. There's usually a platform above you. That's really what it feels like. Right. It's every now and then the platform will forsake you, and if that happens, you just weren't meant to win. Just deal with it.
Right, and I feel like we want to have more opportunities where it's like, okay, timing can be good for me instead of having 2 static plats that don't move.
I think this is going to be a big part of the game. So you already see Barking Frog using a lot of these full hop charging of the needles in that spot. If you can confirm just about anything in that position, and you can react to what Nard's doing because you can get a cancel on it.
Oh my god, okay, finally we get some break in the drive here. We got to do something here because that was like 3 or 4 grabs resetting for Barking Frog. You know, I think when you're able to make the Clairen initially think that you're going to be aggressive, you go for these anti-shield game plans. I don't know, it's really tough.
But a little bit of the nerf actually catching Nard in that spot. That was one of those where if you had a secondary hitbox on the up, you may not very well get punished in that spot.
That's fair. Okay, but we got the ledge reset. Still really good stuff. The Ledge Hog and Barking Frog, 33% only taken on the chin. That one's a nice little lead here in game 1.
That lingering back air is such a good tool in this matchup. You just get your legend vulnerability and then just let it hang.
And even then, when you try to poke through the ledge like that, an instant tech into re-follow up, another up special. That's so good for Barking Frog.
Getting stuck on the platform looked like with that dash attack. Barking Frog just very content to play a little bit passively here, waiting for Nard to swing. But because it's a CC, may not have wanted to wait for that kind of a swing. Great use, the side B2.
Yeah, but no tipper means no kill. That just means that Barking Frog tech in, but then, hey, gets the weak hit of that down strong. Finally, we get something here. A nice back air tipper, just what you need. And Nard, not far behind now. It looks like, well, okay, we have a good advantage state. We definitely have the potential to take Barking Frog for a ride.
The tech chases have been so good for Barking Frog so far. Nard does get a chance to respond right here, but at 0%, yeah, you know that the mobility is going to be the X factor. Barking can choose his spots really, really well.
Okay. Get a nice juggle. Finally, we get some, like, jump out in. Reconvene in center stage, but Barking Frog finds his way back in up strong. That'll do it.
It just shows the difference between these two characters. Like, whenever Barking Frog gets a hit, it's never a one-piece. No. He just continues this pressure, and what does Clairen do in these spots?
It's what I'm talking about. It's these tech chases that are so important for Ranno, and obviously Clairen, you know, doesn't have, like, a lot of get-off-me tools that you might need for these situations.
Good use of the tongue to recover low. At neutral air. Neutral air again gets another tipper, but just doesn't wait a trigger.
No, I think the hesitation was good. We just didn't see any action from Barking Frog either, and that's the problem, because Nard wants to wait and get the whiff punish.
Awkward spot for the bubble. Forces the high recovery, but it works really out. And then missing the dash grab as Barking Frog may pay for it really big here.
Yeah, but hey, we got the wait with the bubble. That's a good delay. Slow falls, and then just tries to kind of bait out something from Nard.
Recovers low, absolutely dodges the down tilt too.
Oh, and barely dodged that forward strong too. Almost looked like it might have just passed through, but it didn't. Okay, nice.
Nard's spacing was so sick in that little situation. Like, Barking Frog was trying to toss out a couple of hitboxes, and every single one of them hit empty air as Nard was dashing back exactly when necessary.
Okay, up tilt lead in. Okay, we cannot get either. Like, no tech there, and still Barking Frog is relentless in these tech situations. These follow-ups, you mentioned it, the advantage states are crazy. 5, 6, 8 hits.
Already at 100% right here. Barking Frog's next hit could be the final one of the game. Instead, Nard gets a tipper, continuing to extend another tipper. To the down air, reset the situation. One more up air. What is the reset off the platform? But no, Barking Frog goes as high as possible with that bubble.
Yeah, and stays there. Again, it's that slow fall. When you set up the bubble, you're just kind of like hanging there, hovering. And that means that Nard has to use extra resources if you want to make up that difference, but you're not even going to make it up. All of a sudden, Barking Frog catches one interaction, and the forward strong will seal it.
That, I think, is the strongest aspect of Ranno. It isn't the combo game, it isn't the tech chasing, it's the fact that at high to mid percents,
I just kill you.
He'll confirm.
I just kill you. Like, you just decide, like, okay, you know what? I could go for another 40%, but it doesn't matter.
You just react to the DI, and this character has so many tools which just end your stock. It could be the forward air, could be the forward strong, could even be the up or down strong in certain tech chasing situations. Yeah. It feels like no character kills like Ranno.
Exactly. Now Barking Frog up 1-0, going to be looking really good here on Rockwall. I don't know. This is a tough place for against Ranno, just because, you know, there's a lot of platforms, a lot of mix-ups and movement.
Yeah, you can get intercepted off the sides a lot easier. Like, we all know the blast zones in this situation. But the problem really is, with these platforms, Clairen can do so much work. And in addition to verticality, like, we have seen Clairen's carry characters from the bottom to the top plat, continuing to tipper.
Like, if we had seen that end game string here on this stage, you could have finished with an up strong. You could have easily taken that stock instead of having to go for something like an up air. This time, you have a few better options. We just have to see them.
Look at that. The down strong covers everything in that situation. Gets the needles into the border.
Yeah, but the angles into the tech there on the ledge. Barking Frog still able to stay alive at higher percents. Not going to worry, and we're still looking for something here. Nard using the platforms to reset the jumps. Finally, we find the pressure necessary. Barking Frog on the wrong end of that tipper.
Oh, what do we say about that kill confirmed, Nerd?
Oh, you know what it is. It is what it is. You know the vibes. The platform covered here, up strong. Always going to be able to do that.
And I felt like Nard might have been able to actually get out of there.
The roll out. Yeah, the roll out. Yeah.
Yeah, like Barking Frog just sold out entirely for that. And I mean, every now and then you go ahead and guess correctly.
Yeah, and the thing is, even then, you can probably react. I would say Barking Frog has insane reaction speed. I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm digging Nard's little baby dashes in the corner, though. Just trying to get the spacing perfect for those tippers.
And finding the tippers with things like the jab, too, which are, you know, quick little knockups that can do a lot of conversion potential here. We just got to get that hit confirmed.
Did you catch using the tongue to reset the vulnerability, too? Yep. Like, Barking Frog knows how to play on this stage with this character whenever Clairen wants edge.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Rocketing across the stage, being able to use the movement so quickly to be reversed, bounce back, momentum shifting. Barking Frog trying to use every ounce of potential that this frog brings.
And look at the tech chasing. One hit might Barking needs.
Absolutely. Quick little pop-up, ping-ponged with yourself off that platform, and yeah, we're definitely seeing Rockwall do good things for both players.
Great little stall right there, calling that bubble in again. And now we're just stalling with the needles. I do feel like in this matchup, needles could be the X factor. You can just use them so well to passively force approaches.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You know, the dash dancing is something that, you know, Clairen can try to do to use your own maximized potential in terms of the movement, but it's not enough. We still have more work to do.
Kind of surprised that one killed.
Yeah.
In that spot, it felt like Barking perhaps just was trying to, like, jump away, maybe, and that's why he got killed off the top.
Hey, up throw. Interesting there. No tippers, though. Here we go. There it is. Can't get a tech. I have to wait for the reset.
67 and then threatening for the whole stock on Rock.
Oh, but wait! We didn't see a forward strong. I'm surprised that holding in Barking Frog was kind of setting himself up for disaster there, but Nard doesn't pull the trigger.
Down tilt, up strong, not going to claim the stock. Thank you, Rockwall. Now you see why Nard went here. Yet again, the stage playing a big factor into game 2.
Ooh, okay, but doesn't punish the dash attack. Can't get too much else snatched.
Great grab by Nard. Just catch him trying to dash away.
Got no tech!
No, the tech in the actual...
Yeah.
As soon as you landed in that position, that's exactly what Nard needed to do.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, got the bubble set up. Okay, we get the extension off of that as well. I feel like that's a 2-for-1 deal. Oh, trying to get the up strong. I love it, but we're not done yet. Couldn't go for a neutral B, so we go for the fair. Won't be enough, and yeah, that's a low jump, so can't really get the verticality necessary. Barking Frog, again, staying high in that blast zone.
Just not getting the tipper on that down strong instead.
Ooh.
Oh, using the invulnerability. Perfect. Gets the tipper on the down tilt. Going off to charge. Not going to work. Barking Frog has to recover. Good delay with the needles. And now making it back. Finally, Barking Frog back to neutral. And now with more. 177. Nard off stage.
Oh, but the tech immediately well read out by Nard. Not out of this yet. And look at that, the angle down. It's going to be enough. Nard putting it up 1-1.
Just a wall of hitboxes on Rockwall. It felt like Barking Frog was just trying to drift in a little bit greedily, did not want to go low, didn't want to deal with another opportunity to just get forced into a tech or die situation. So trying to drift in, and Nard just like, I'm not going to let you do this for free.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just absolutely, right. I don't know what Barking Frog does in response to there. Like, that's not a spot where Needles can get you out.
No, it's not. And, I mean, we saw some really good mix-ups with, like, the up special and stuff like that, especially at ledge, you know, using the hitbox property to do what you got to do. But we're going to, I'm not sure. Arbor? I'm not sure. But hey, we'll see. I mean, this is a long horizontal stage, which is really, really nice for Ranno, but I've seen that Nard is open to this, right? It's like we have some Clairens that are pretty open to this stage.
Yeah, I think this is a solid stage for Clairen. Really, the big benefit that Ranno gets from here is the ability to edge cancel the up B, gets another mix-up for recovery. Plus, anytime you have a stage this broad with a character with this much momentum mix-ups, you can really try to use your mobility as the X factor here. But speaking of mobility here, we're seeing tons of long strings here from Barking Frog already. The combo game definitely been in his advantage.
I mean, yeah, you can tell Barking Frog is so used to these tech chases, being able to follow up and reacting appropriately to the tech roll, in, out, all of it. Nard's got to be able to mix that stuff up, or else you're going to be taking 100% in one interaction, and so far that's been a strength Barking Frog has been able to take to the bank.
Oh, just barely getting clipped with that up special. I thought Barking had the time appropriate there. Good DI out into the immediate tech roll away. Do not want to get tipped in that situation, but still actually losing the stock even with solid DI in that spot. Felt like Nard maybe perhaps Nerf starting to adjust to Barking Frog tendencies.
Yeah, I think that's going to be important here, because obviously Barking Frog has the ability to mix up a lot of the stuff where Clairen might not necessarily have that potential. But, I mean, the movement, if it's not going to elevate, you're still going to get caught in some of these tippers.
Oh, into the bubble. Actually didn't get the edge cancel in that situation, so Nard had an opportunity, but trying to DI out very, very wise, I think, still regardless.
For sure. Still just barely evading some of these tippers, but then getting hit by other ones. Really unfortunate for Barking Frog. The out-of-shield option is going to be there. See if he can set up an off-stage interaction, but no. Great expedited recovery there from Nard. Going to get himself back to safety.
Oh, a little super jump, just trying to cover any kind of a jump off at the platform, but Nard actually went low. I'm digging that option instead. Tries to go low again with the neutral layer, not going to connect instead. In the corner, gets clipped by a tipper, but only the weak hit.
Yeah, we don't get anything. The fair one is just barely clipping. That's not going to be enough. Try to extend off that bubble as well, but this time it will not work. Barking Frog still getting some grabs here, and I think that might be the X factor. You know, you get caught in too many of these throws, and yeah, all of a sudden one offstage interaction turns into a ledge hog, and Barking Frog goes back a little bit closer to even. Oh, never mind.
He just dash dancing in the corner, and Nard comes down to like, yeah, that's going to be cute. I'm going to make you stop right here, right now.
That's right. The big swings are sometimes the ones that really kind of stuff out those approaches. Say, okay, look, like you don't have the power here.
Yeah, them some fancy dancing shoes here. We're gonna stop the music all of a sudden though.
Ooh, wow, the DI not helping at all. Nard getting caught by all of these hits.
But despite the fact that getting caught by quite a bit of damage, Nard is still doing a good job of DIing appropriately, so we're not getting the spike hitbox on that.
Exactly.
It's still 100 damage,
yeah.
but
yeah, you take the damage, but you don't lose the stock, which is important.
Yeah, it could be even worse.
But all that shield pressure, and we got full stacks of poison. We just have not been able to see any kind of tongue usage yet.
I think Barking missed the hitfall on that confirm instead.
I think you're right.
Still only 38%, so not a horrible, horrible deficit for Barking.
Yeah, but we're on last stock, and things can be extremely wishy-washy here. You know, the advantage state swings have been so crucial. Just like this, can we actually get... Oh, okay, great tech.
He might die just because he missed a dash attack in the corner.
Right.
That's so messed up. All this off of one missed hit. Nard not letting Barking Frog breathe.
You can't let him get a chance to recover, to get himself centered. But even then, spacing out the up tilt. Gotta watch out, bubble.
Tries for the third, but good little DI away from Nard. Trying to just get the heck out of dodge. Oh! Another mistake from Nard on that time. Just trying to land on the platform. The waveland didn't work.
Yeah, and that's going to get you closer to death here. Gonna watch out because that instant tech into up B, that's going to be important.
Both these players have been just so solid with that.
Yeah, knowing when you're going to be able to tech something that might have been fatal, just instantly stuffing out all momentum that you had in the launch.
Bubble saving Nard right there, so Barking Frog just backs off, sets up another defensive bubble that he can DI to if it looks like he might get tippered. Just playing around this, but he goes for these aggressive options. He's going to die for it again. Barking Frog a little over anxious. That F-Strong in the worst possible spot, and Nard not going to let that one pass.
I guess that's what you got to worry about when you take it to that stage. You know, it's just like that platform height being perfect for the coverage with the forward strong there from Clairen.
I mean, you've got the projectile, you've got the poison ticking down. If I am barking, I am forcing Nard to approach, but instead, just a little over anxious in the worst possible moments.
Yeah, trying to make the plays yourself instead of waiting for your opponent to slip up. You know, it's a choice. And Barking Frog made that choice, but unfortunately it's just not going to be working out the way he wants it to.
It does feel as though Clairen mains in particular have really good discipline with their character. They're really not about wasting movement options, wasting momentum, tossing out hitboxes, and praying that you step forward.
Yeah, we're not swinging at ghosts over here, all right?
Some of them, though.
Some of them do. I'm not going to say who, me, but, like, you know, let's see.
One of us at this stage.
That's right. But we're going back here to Harbor. I don't know. This is crazy.
I can see the game plan here from Barking Frog. I do think that Barking could very well have won that game. He just needed, like, it was one or two interactions that didn't go his way.
Sure. Okay, but yeah, these grounded up strong coverages have been really nice because it's like it's better than down strong in a lot of these situations because it does hit up and it will hit both sides too.
And it can also get stuck on the platform, is what we saw there. Nard had the opportunity to like tech away on that plat, and then Barking Frog could have continued the string.
That's fair. Ooh, but this time no action there from Nard and gets caught up in the up strong. Really nice coverage here from Barking.
Was Nard still in hit stun that entire time?
Possibly.
It looked like it's.
The DI didn't help, I think, but it was. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think you can press a button there.
Yeah, the character doesn't really have the fastest tools. You talked about that, not having a really quick option to just hit at a disadvantage. So like the only option potentially is air dodge, and in that spot, if you guess wrong, you just die if you air dodge.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but hey, look at that. We finally get what we're looking for. The tipper angle down, perfect spacing, and Nard is going to be able to steal one there.
Using the one projectile in your character's kit. If you put it, you gotta use it.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, see, the character's got range.
It's not a projectile, all right? You can call it whatever you want, but don't call it that.
Yeah, I saw projectile camp.
Oh, but hey, we got the instant grab out of launch. Love that stuff from Clairen at low percents. You know, it's an easy way for you to get your easy extensions.
Now Nard yet again just being very frugal with tossing out these hitboxes. Does get clipped with the down air, but immediately DIs away. Misses the up tilt. Opportunities here for Barking. Does get the grab, but oh no, jumps away at the worst possible time. I don't think Nard could have DI'd and slid onto stage, though.
I don't think so. Yeah, if you'd stayed on the ledge, it probably would have been okay, but hey, look at that spike instantly sending Nard down to the depths. Kind of have to reset a little bit there. Just try to take a break, recenter yourself. Gotta get something here. The platform is there for potential recoveries, so gotta cover it.
Looked like an edge cancel that Barking Frog was going for, and because he missed it, again, it put into a really awkward position.
Okay, still another awkward position here. Gonna have to do more. And then, yeah, the downswing as well. Good coverage.
So in this spot here, this is exactly what Nard wants to see, but oh no, the SD from Barking Frog just did get a wall jump, it looked like.
Yeah, a little bit of an uncharacteristic mistake, but you're going to have to just make it up. It's now dead even.
What was that?
That's a mix-up right
there.
there.
Neutral?
We love it.
A dog.
That's a mix-up, and it doesn't work out the way you want it to sometimes. Meanwhile, Nard going to mix up some stuff of his own.
Trying to potentially mix up Barking Frog's landing ops right here. Little lingering get-up attack clicking Nard.
Oh.
What a bubble stall. That's perfect.
Crazy. I know. It's like the bubble usage has been great for Barking Frog to just eke out some of these outspacing maneuvers.
These specials have just been on point between Needles and Bubble. Barking Frog definitely winning the battle with those tools.
And meanwhile, Nard getting a lot of leverage off of down tilt jab.
The dash grab is ahead of the standing grab. That's going to cost Barking Frog an entire follow-up.
Oh, but hey, we still keep it going. Oh, but the Needles were going the wrong way. He B-reverses to try to set himself up potentially a back air. But then Nard able to get a quick recovery back to ledge. Oh, but the low profile going underneath, and Barking Frog is able to take that one.
So we've got another Game 5 nerf.
Game 5.
This is messed up. Every one of these games feels like a nail-biter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
this one at least has been back and forth. You know, we saw 2 reverse 3-0s being stuffed out. This time it has been hotly contested going back and forth between games. So
Hodojo and the Forest are the 2 bans right there. Yeah. I think, yeah, ban the smaller stages, but give yourself a little bit more room to run against this Clairen. We're going to a relatively neutral stage, but these platforms... Wait a second. Hold up. What happened? Barking Frog didn't even have his headset on. Yeah, that's okay. A restart. Yeah.
Okay, you do good. Okay,
All right. We're going to go a little bit over aggressive.
we're gonna mulligan that one. He's just like, yeah, take a little extra damage. You know, he's like, rage doesn't exist in this game, right? Like,
yeah, just one of those spots where Nard just like, we're gonna play, right? Barking's like, wait a minute.
What? Come on. All right, wake up, bro. But he's up. He's up now.
He is awake. He can now hear. He's got those game audio cues going.
That's true. That's true. You need something. I guess you could see that.
You hear the friggin' lightsaber-esque sounds. The laser sword. Yeah. Again, fantastic audio design.
Very good. Yeah.
Every time I get hit by this, you know you like earned it.
That's true. And the tippers feel so meaty.
They do. I mean, not when you get hit by them. But
I mean, hey, I'm not the one getting hit by them.
True enough. True enough.
All right.
It's always me getting it. It's like using this stuff.
That's crazy. Now that's like great tech. That's a frame trap right there. You're just literally like, I'm gonna cover this space. You're gonna get in the way at some point. All right, so full stock lead pretty much. I mean, Barking Frog, maybe you shouldn't have gone for the mulligan, Nard. Why did you let him have it?
But big damage here on Ranno's end. Has to land with the needles into a big string. How does Clairen get down? Okay, Barking Frog whips the up tilt.
Yeah, you don't. You wait until the Ranno messes up. That's how you get down.
Please allow me back to stage, sir.
It's like, thank you for making a mistake. Now I can play the game for another 5 seconds.
Potentially. Another stall into a forward air. Strong hitbox, but goes a little bit too low with the back air instead. Dash attack, not going to connect. Instead, grab on Nard's side. Full stage control, down tilt, jab.
Oh, I love that. Okay, now we get another one. Okay, if you angled it down, maybe you would have got it. But, yeah, I wasn't ready for where Barking Frog was going to go there. Still going to down tilt. Not going to get the tipper, though. Cannot get that great spot down to avoid the up tilt. Forward strong, looking good. Yep, there it is.
Already at 80, though, this is one string and then a confirm, and Barking Frog gets the stock and potentially the second MDVA upset of the bracket. Oh, just wait. Good recognition that Nard wasn't going to get hit by anything in Barking Frog's kit there.
The thing is, that is still a little bit risky because, a quick up B from Nard would have been good, but no, we don't.
Get the reset on the invuln.
Oh, but wait, he almost thought, maybe Barking Frog thought that he was going to be able to hit that there, but he holds it a little bit too long, and Nard escapes with his life.
Committed to the bit, now it's costing him. Barking Frog in disadvantage, massive damage, not a ton of resources off stage either. Does get a chance to get the bubble into the double jump. Yeah.
Okay, but this time, I don't know. Yeah, we have one more. You see how difficult it is to challenge that Clairen up special. No up strong connection here either. Trying to get as much coverage on that platform as you can, but still, the linear options will not get you there.
Barking yet another opportunity at an edge guard. Nard's recovery has been really good, but still stuck in the bubble into the forward air. All the way coast to coast, still not getting the stock. Just wait it out, doesn't get the strong hitbox in the back air, and the DI away from Nard.
Wow, and all of a sudden, Nard able to get back even against all odds. 174 with the tipper, short hop up air. That's crazy.
At 174. This is ridiculous. I thought Barking Frog had this stock 4 different times.
Oh my god, but all it takes is one hit confirm, and Nard turns it into a stock still. Barking Frog with a yeet off stage. That's going to bring it back to last stock dead even. Who's going to make this happen in Game 5?
Tech Chase, big opportunity from Barking Frog. Down throw after down throw, more damage off stage. DIing away is Nard, just not trying to get caught in these awkward interactions. Look at the poison stacks too.
I know, but we haven't used it. We have not used the poison stacks hardly at all. We're catching a few bubbles, but we haven't even gone for the whole swallow. We haven't gotten too much.
Mom says it's my turn to play the game. Like, no, Nard hasn't had any opportunities.
Oh my god. Yeah, Barking Frog with the big win here. A sigh of relief, well earned. What an interaction. That whole string took him from one side of the stage to the other and put him in the dirt.